Welcome back, everyone. We're live on Facebook. Hi, everybody out there. Like us and follow us. We're going to be sharing the show in just a little bit. I love the way I go from one thing to the other here. I love my show because it's information for people, and I believe that the information that you hear on this show is wonderful for everybody to be listening to and hearing, because you never know when you're going to need something. Right? My next guests have been with me several times. If it's the first Thursday of the month, I now have with me Evan Gavrilles, and he is the owner of Accel Communications. He also has with him Jim Sheely. You are the director of sales, and you also brought with you a guest today, Zach Briner, if I said it correctly. And you are who?
I am the facilities manager for a company called Adelante Healthcare. We are a nonprofit community health center, and we are all across the valley in Maricopa County. We have 9 different sites, and we're expanding our business to Saturday hours at a few of the clinics, so people that can't get in during the week can make an appointment on a Saturday and come in and get the health care that they need. Our biggest goal is to help the community, and we partner with Accel for all of our security, camera, and other needs.
So awesome. That's because I was going to ask you, why would you bring in somebody in the healthcare area that, with Accel Communications?
Adelante's been a great partner with us for a long time, since they first started out, and we were thinking about who would be a great company to bring on, they were pretty much the first one we thought about.
They've been on my show. I know who you are. It's awesome. Okay, let's talk about that. You wanted to talk about the community. You also have said many times on my show before about yourself that you are all about our community, and being even though that you're a small business, you're all about helping the community grow and be safe, right?
Right. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we at a company level, we contribute to many different nonprofits, the Women's Foundation, the Heart Association, the Alzheimer's Association, and those are great associations we contribute to. And Adelante is just I've been around them for a while, and I've seen them grow from a very small shop to what they are today, and I see what goes on behind the scenes, and I really like what they do, and that's kind of what I'm not just saying this because they're a customer, but other than it just like I said, it felt like a right fit for us to bring them on today.
I don't know exactly the questions you want me to ask them, but I have one that's come to mind, so I'm just going to ask it here live on the air. So in the world of COVID and your buildings, okay, you have Accel that they have taken care of you to make sure that your security. What have you seen different, that's been going on, and how you have changed maybe the possibility of how you've done your security in the buildings? Has it changed any with, of course, COVID?
There was definitely a big change when it came to COVID. We use them for all our door access control, and one of the things that we did as a company was to implement temperature checks. So we locked down the building and only allowed access through 2 doors, an employee door and a door for the general public. And that way we could station screeners at each of those doors, and in the morning the employees could get screened, and during the day the general public could get screened, but they can only go in through those 2 entrances. So there's no people slipping in through doors that were originally unlocked, and so that's
not only just for COVID, but that's good for just pure safety reasons, right?
Absolutely, Jim.
Definitely. I remember when all this happened, Zach and I got together, and we just talked about what the best game plan would be to help to get this accomplished, and we worked together, got it implemented almost immediately.
Now, when you work with clients, you don't necessarily have to be a big, huge company. I want to talk about that because, obviously you have probably big buildings, right? Maybe more than one, right? But some people that don't have that, they can work with you just the same.
Right, we're a full-service security technology company, and Adelante is a perfect example. They started out very small. They were in a strip mall.
I had you on my show. It's got to be at least 7 years ago, maybe more.
Yeah.
And I don't know. We probably just had that one little shop.
Yeah, they had a little shop over in I think it was Surprise or over off of Grand Ave, and they went from that area, and we grew with them. As they needed more, we started giving them more. Then they started really listening to what we had to say as far as updating and looking. They were really open to looking towards the future as far as hey, we have one shop now, but what's it look like in 5, 10 years?
Well, even if you're not, what's gonna happen in our world? Look at that, you know, you have to think about the future, everybody does. And especially if you have employees, that's the main thing, is that we keep everybody safe, right? Jim, what do you
Absolutely.
think?
I think keeping everyone safe is paramount.
That's what it's all about,
Yeah,
especially
absolutely.
in your business. But not only just safe, but also so that you're protected. I mean, you've had your own issues where, you know, people come around right now, and people do bad things all the time. I don't care if it's COVID or not. But when there's a downtime, it seems like that crime sometimes rises for some reason.
Oh, it sure does. I mean, you know, people are, you know, especially during COVID, you know, buildings were empty and, you know, the opportunities were there. And we saw a little bit of uptick in the issues they were having on, you know, burglaries and people getting into buildings. So, yeah, we want to be careful with that. And
I think the rules are going to change too quite a bit, you know, especially now. You might be not, you know, own a business, and in order to get, let's say, insurance covered for certain things, I think you're going to need to have access control like you.
yeah, you know, that's pretty much our bread and butter, access control, video. We also, you know, do fire alarms and security and mostly commercial work, but we have some great residential customers too. So we just, you know, plugging along and trying to keep up with everything, because like you said earlier, Carol, it's changing weekly. You know, everything's different. You know, everybody, you know, 4 months ago, everybody wanted a thermal camera. Now that's kind of died down, you know, and now other people are looking at other alternatives, you know, restricting access like Zach's company does, you know.
Trying to find out ways to make it all work, right? And because we do want to be back, everybody wants to get back to work. You know, the holidays are upon us, right? And that's another time that crime rises too, right? During the holiday season, and I can't believe I'm saying it, but it's like around the corner here already.
Is it? Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It
it's
is.
October.
Yeah.
So that means like Christmas is, what, 2 months away?
No, they canceled Christmas.
Well, they can't cancel Christmas
Yeah, I
because,
heard that on the internet.
isn't that sad?
Well, it's true, isn't it?
It's a
Well, it
side
must
effect.
be if it's on the internet, right?
Yeah.
But the main thing about also with your line of business, what you have also changes, but I also think that it's great the way that you work with people. You start with them in the beginning. It might be something small that you start off with. We've talked about that before, Jim, how you work with people and what it looks like when you come in. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I mean, Zach is a perfect example of this. They've got a facility that they're starting to work on now. He and I have already gotten together, sat down, started laying it all out, and we're going to continue to have meetings where we modify that.
Right, and as you grew with them.
Absolutely.
Because as you grow, you need more. Right now, I think it's a great thing to give them a call and talk to them. And write your information. You really have a lot that you've changed a little bit, but you've been talking about your, you know, your website. You wanted to get out your, the different Facebook that you're on, the different social media
Yeah.
platforms. So I want to make sure I get out all the information. Their phone number is 623-323-5640. They have a special website that you can go to that has a little bit of a discount about me, right? If you mention me.
Yes, yes.
So it is Accel, ACCELAZ.com/networking, Check them out. They are on Facebook. They are rated with the Better Business Bureau. You can check them out at Twitter at XLAZ, Facebook there as well, LinkedIn. And just call them. I think that's the main thing to do, is get that conversation. You know, it's a free conversation to talk to you. Consultation, you come in, you're going to give them an estimate. And sometimes you've said actually that you'll go to somebody, and if their parking lot doesn't have any lights on it, you'll say, you know what, why are you calling me? You don't need me for now, right? You've talked about that.
Yeah.
So, you know, you kind of go out and you walk around and you see what their needs are. Is that correct?
That's absolutely true. We're not just going to come put a bunch of stuff in. I'm going to come see what your building needs and figure out the best way to secure it. And if the best first step is to get more lighting, I would recommend you put the money into that and a security system with cameras that you're not going to see anything.
Right, you have to make sure that everything is in right order and we're in the right place. What do you want to say before we go to a break? Anything?
No, I'm good.
Okay, so
All right, go to break.
The number is 623-323-5640. Go to their special website. There's a little gift there if you see it on Networking Arizona. It is ACCELAZ.com/networking AZ. Hang tight. We'll be back in just a minute. We're still live here on Facebook,
yes.
so I wanna keep live just a little bit
Okay,
with
good.
you. Yeah.
Yeah,
How
that's
you
good.
liking what we're doing
Yeah,
here?
I like it.
Mhm. Is that something that you wanna talk about? I just wanted to ask
This?
what that was.
No, this is my tablet.
Okay.
Because I carry this everywhere. It's got my business cards in
Okay,
it and
okay,
everything
okay,
like that. So.
okay.
But I will I'll introduce Alex. She's our new client
Hi.
relations
Hi,
manager.
in the hallway, nice to meet you.
Yes.
Okay, fine.
Yes, absolutely.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Nice to meet you.
She's going to do a lot of the, you already met her. She's going to do a lot of our social media, and she's going to be communicating with all our
Well, all
clients.
this stuff is awesome for that, and I
Yeah.
don't know what's going on, but I don't know if you know, did you see the email? We're now called the Pulse of Arizona, okay, we're gonna be called the Pulse of Arizona
good.
now. And also we have billboards, 17 billboards.
I
just
saw
for
that. Yeah,
Saw
Jim
one.
said you saw
Yeah, I
that.
saw one. It's,
Isn't that cool?
just
So,
posted
and I don't know
17.
what your plans are. This is my last one with you.
We'll talk after the show.
Okay, because I don't know what's gonna do, but I wanted to let you know that.
Okay.
So,
We'll
but
talk.
lots of stuff going on new, lots of good stuff to be here right now just because of the election.
What
Okay?
election? Election.
Yeah. Didn't you say that? Yeah. So in terms of everything that we are talking about, when you find with someone that you're working with right now that's been going on for the last few months, people are they scared?
They're cautious. I don't think they're scared. I think they're just cautious. I think people just, we've had a lot of projects put on hold. Some people, we had a customer built a 3-story building. And guess what? It's empty. They're not doing anything until the spring. But once you start building a building, you gotta build it.
Yeah, it was 3/4 of the way done when COVID hit.
Yeah. So they're not like, they're canceling contracts. They're just waiting to see them. Because a lot of people don't know what's going on. I mean, unless you,
Well, I also want to talk about, not going to say this on here, I'm going to just talk about it now, unless you want me to. So, we don't know what's going to happen. Right now, we are safe. It seems like it's getting a little bit better, but, it could change, and we could have people be getting together more, open
Yeah.
more. And if they open it up more, what's going to happen? What happens if we do have to shut down again? What do we do?
I don't think we will. I think with the testing, we're getting better. I think we'll be fine.
Mhm.
I just, you got to look at it like
My
this.
bank just closed yesterday. It was closed, not for the whole, just for they had something happen. I don't know what it was. And how many times you walk up to your bank and it's like the door's locked? That's scary.
Yeah.
But they had to do it because probably someone had.
I think everyone's going to be a lot more cautious than they were, but I
But
don't
they
foresee
stay.
it getting shut down.
Okay. I was just asking.
Yeah, I think it's going to be.
So welcome back, everyone. And we live in a strange world, right? We just do, and we have to be. Well, I think that the world of surveillance, I don't know how to say it,
Surveillance.
right? It has been so important for people to have, and there's so much new that happens in your line of work. Every day, I bet you come up with stuff that's just new. I know that you were talking about the cameras with thermometers on, which I just can't believe that we were even talking about that, right? But there are people that are still, I think, nervous myself. I'm just saying. But you said that more nervous than they are. They're more cautious.
Yeah, I think right now they're just definitely more cautious. People are just kind of taking that wait and see. Unemployment's going to probably go up a little bit because there's no stimulus package out this time around. And people are going to buckle down, and we've seen companies. They're not really stopping. They're just kind of being cautious. That's all.
Like you said, some people have even buildings that they have nobody in there.
Yeah, we've seen buildings being built and then nobody's moving in, and most of the timeline that we're getting, that Jim's getting feedback on is the spring. They're going to be bringing people back probably in the springtime.
Mm-hmm. And that's a long time to have something with no cameras or anything there.
We just did an empty building.
Yeah.
We just finished it yesterday.
And it's got to be, there must be happier to know that there's cameras. Like you said,
The cameras are coming.
well, I don't know.
We had to secure the
Yeah,
building.
we secured the building right now, but they're looking to add cameras because they've been seeing just people wandering around that don't need to be there.
Right, and I've seen a lot more people wandering around like that it seems like lately too, you know, and they're going and they're looking and they're all they have to do is, like in your building where they had, even in your own building, you had somebody who came up and they were checking the doors. That's all they do, they check and see, and if it's open,
You gotta remember, they look for opportunity. That's really what they look for. And that's why, you know, I mean, I got a call, my camera sent me a notification on a Saturday that somebody was pulling on my front door, and I saw the guy, I got up there, and we tracked him down north of the property, and, you know, we've called the cops, and, so stuff like that happens all over the valley. You don't have to live in a bad area to have that happen.
Right.
You know, our office is in a pretty nice area, there's not a lot around, and we're up North Phoenix.
you
near
do
the airport.
mostly commercial, but you do also do some residential too.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll do
Yeah.
residential, and but you know, we're kind of in that commercial access control, video, fire alarm, you know, side of the business.
What's bigger, the fire, not the fire alarm, the camera side of things, or the entrance to get in? What is bigger? Or right now, is entrance just huge?
It
Both.
really depends on the customer and their needs. One customer is more concerned about keeping everybody out and controlling who comes in. Another one is more concerned about who's walking around outside. So
Yeah, you got to remember, access control and fire are very regulated by local government. You just can't put a fire alarm in without certification. The internet's changed a lot of the residential installs because you can buy a lot of this stuff online, which we're okay with. You know, it's brought cameras and security to the average homeowner.
Right.
Where, you know, 10 years ago, if you had cameras, you were rich, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Now everybody has one, which is good.
You should have one,
Right.
but when it's your business, you want to make sure that you have, because yours are different. Let's talk a little bit about what you have, you know, because everybody, you use these things right off your phone.
Yeah.
You know, we want you to understand how it's just amazing. Let's talk about your equipment.
Well, it's cloud-based, so you don't have to worry about servers on your property, and you have access anywhere you've got the internet available. You can check in on your cameras. If you have to do things with your access control system, like you have an employee who's no longer there, you can take care of it without having to jump through a bunch of hoops to find a computer, get through the different firewalls, all that kind of stuff.
I want to say this too. Let me say this because I'm actually weird, and I've done it myself. So if I can do it, anyone can do it. Okay, I mean, I'm serious. I'm actually using the cameras in here by my phone right now. It's all being accessed by my phone, and I have learned how to do that. And I was saying this because some people might think of the older folks like me that might be using this stuff and say, well, you know what, I don't know if I can do that. But if I can do it, anyone can do it.
I have a customer who's 79 years old that can do all of this.
And it's easy to do.
Absolutely.
But the main thing is,
Control.
but you just said something great, that when they need you, they call you, and you're there all the time.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because if in case, God forbid, you don't know how to do something, they're here to help.
Right. I mean, I always tell I told this to Alex, our new employee behind me, who won't get on the microphone. She's our new customer relations manager. She's going to be contacting a lot of our customers and getting out there in the field and understanding this business. But I tell them, as we sell value. We sell value. And the value is you can call, get hold of Alex, Jim, or my text, and that's kind of where we're at. I mean, we're not going to be the cheapest guy in town, but you know what? When you need us, we're going to be there. And you know, so we try to we're forward looking into the future, and the future is, you know, with phone applications, and Zach has it on all his sites, and he can do whatever he needs to do. And
Zach, let Zach talk a little bit
how
more.
do we have to?
So Zach, are you the one that has, does everybody have, there's got to be certain people that have access to that on their phones, right? And are you, obviously you're one of them.
Correct. So I have a team, and let me start by saying the best part about Accel is that you can call and bother Evan at any time, day or night.
Oh.
He'll always answer
Dude,
his
I'm
phone.
so glad you
I
told me that,
will.
'cause I wanna
I will. You know what? I sleep with my phone next. I don't know.
So for me, I have a team of 2 other techs, and we all have access on our phones to alarm codes, to cameras. We can unlock doors from our phones. So for us, it's really critical to have that flexibility because we have so many sites and we aren't a very large team. They not only provide cameras for us, but they provide port contacts for our vaccine refrigerators. So you can't arm the alarm until the door is shut. So vaccines.
What a great idea, but not only that, might want to go in there that maybe shouldn't be going in there.
Exactly. And so they really tailor what they do to what the client needs, and I've witnessed that firsthand.
So you know, here's the thing when I'm listening to this. I mean, I say I have a little place that I can put stuff, right? I would want that on mine just to make sure no one gets it in my little spot, right? But people have businesses where they do have things that they don't want other people getting into. This is great that you just mentioned that. Have you ever had, in the years that you've been working with, I mean, you've had them for a long time, has it ever been where you had somebody that was kind of trying to break in and they were already there to the rescue?
No, you know, we've never had someone physically try to break into the building, but the motions do help a lot. I mean, we get motion notifications on our phone, and then we can pull the cameras up from our phone,
And then what happens? You call them, and what happens?
Zach knows the system pretty well. He can tell just by the activity and all that stuff what's going on.
So once, let's say something happens, then they call and you answer, whoever
No,
answers,
they call Jim.
they call Jim. And Jim, what happens at that point? Call Jim.
everybody does help you.
Yeah, they'll come away.
So say what happens once that, let's say that happens, what's that look like?
Well, I asked if you look at the cameras and to describe what you saw, and if it doesn't look like there was any issues there, then I initiate a service request through our service department, who then schedule to go out there and take care of the problem.
They're very excited about their social media. Right now they're going to get it bigger, even more.
Alex is going to blow it up
Blow it up.
and get ready for the big contest coming up.
You got a contest coming up?
Can't announce it because Alex hasn't finished it.
They have to come back then. So their phone number to call is 623-323-5640. Their website, and go to it because it's a special website that has a little gift there from being on my show. And so it'll say it's Accel, ACCELAZ.com/networking-AZ. And of course, you can find them on Facebook. You can also Twitter them. They can, you know, they're on Twitter, also LinkedIn, and also they are rated with the Better Business Bureau.
A+.
A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. Different things that you might want to talk about. Free estimates that you work value-wide. Let's talk about that part of it.
Yeah, we're value-wide. Just give us a call if you need any of your access control needs or fire alarm or security, or, you know, and that's our specialty. And we'll come out and give you a free estimate. We do design and engineering, and, you know, we're a full-service technology company. So,
And what I love about them, it is custom. And what I love about when you work with somebody, you come in there, you'll talk to them, let's find out what your needs are. And if we start small and you're growing and you need something more, we'll get you more, right?
absolutely.
And for you, what is your favorite thing that you have that you recommend to almost everyone? Is there anything?
I love it all.
I bet you do.
I do.
But honestly, is there something that everybody must have?
Phone apps.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, phone. I mean, it's just so much. You know, to be able to say you know, if you get a call on a Saturday, there's an issue with an employee, or there's an issue with an employee, turn the alarm off, or anything like that stuff, you can disarm it for them and, you know, take care of that problem on Monday. That's, you know, it's the convenience. It's the convenience, especially with the way technology is going today. And we're excited to be part of it.
And
We're
tell
excited to
me
have Adelante be part of it.
Absolutely, and thanks for being here too and explaining some of that. But talk to them real quick what your final words would be today, or Jim, either way,
Make sure you're good, secure, safe, take care of your people.
and make sure that you call Accel because they are going to take care of you. They're here to service you. They're all about our community. Not only what you give to the community, give back to the community, but also for the community to be safe. Their phone number to call is area code 623-323-5640. Go hop on their website and check out all their cool stuff that they have and get safe with them. It's ACCELAZ.com/networking-AZ.